Hey y'all, Miss B. It's been a long Easter Sunday. Happy to Easter to everybody who celebrates Easter. I know everybody doesn't, but we did. Family, food, all the things. I came in earlier to recap Kenya's confessionals, and now I'm back to recap season 16, Sweet 16 season. Doesn't seem so sweet. Episode 7, Nashville Hold'em. This ain't Texas, and we don't. Anyway, let me get into the thing because I don't make this long. I will say this episode, you know, without Kenya and the Brit Edie of it all, and the and the blah 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 blah. We've been talking out ad nauseum. It was a little more fun. So let's get into it. As we get into it, we got to talk about Brit Edie going to search for a car that she cannot afford. And she's car shopping with her husband. Apparently, he promised her a car every 2 years. I'm like, whatever, girl. I don't like Brit Edie. It's not about Kenya. I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't know her, and I don't like her, and I don't like her, and I don't know her, and I don't like her. Don't like her. Don't know her. Don't like her. Am I clear? Okay. And she cries every day. She's not gonna cry. She can't get out of the bed. I'm not gonna shed no tears. Get away from us. Bravo. Y'all gonna have this girl crash the show. Because every time I see Brit Edie come across the screen, I be like, here she go again. Nostrils. And she can get out of bed, blah, blah, blah. And then she want to drop some tea, where Wendy Williams had already dropped tea about Charles Oakley having a side baby. So, girl, you late on your tea. Did you not watch Wendy? She's iconic. Free Wendy. Girl, we already knew about that. Let's move right along. Angela and Drew. Angela invites Drew over, and they talk about, the peas brunch and blah, blah, blah. Angela basically told me, girl, I done talked to Marcus, and he said, girl, y'all is not cousins. She said, I was making this no, Drew, you wasn't making this no joke. You was really one of them people to believe that, which ain't nobody with real common sense in a brain cell believe that you was related to Michael Jordan. As I said in my last video, that mean you related to Claudia Jordan, Michael B. Jordan, all the Jordans. It's a lot of Jordans. And then, dumbass, Michael Jordan ain't even from Chicago. He played in Chicago. Moving right along. And Angela was saying, it was like more of a sour brunch than a peace brunch. Apparently, the food was nasty, too. Did we get to really see the food? I don't know. She said the food was nasty, and she didn't like how Brit was coming at her. We'll move right along. Kelly's host. That's one thing about Kelly. Kelly hosts great. She's a great hostess. She invites Cynthia over. Cynthia arrives first, and Cynthia lets us know she don't want to be married no more. She don't want to be vegan. She don't want to smoke. She don't want to walk backwards. She don't want to walk forward. She say all that, but it was a lot of wrong. Like, girl, Cynthia, you done married twice, girl. And apparently now she got her a young man, Savannah. Okay, she got her a young man. And like I said, Portia and Shamia comes over, and Portia was like, girl, what you done to this dog? Because, Kelly's dog got all this little pink wetness and pink things, and she let us know her dog got stolen before, and to keep him identified, her name is Cha-Cha Slide. Is it she or he? I don't know. Her dog has all this pink stuff and all these things, and she wants the dog to be identified, so that's why she has the dog, dyed to smithereens. Like, hair dyed. All in the face. Like, it was like dripping. I was like, girl, that's too much down that dog. She said, but she let us know it's animal friendly and vegan friendly and gluten free and whatever. I don't know what else she said. Then Portia, they update Portia on the brunch and blah, blah, blah. And then Portia says, she wants to have a cowboy quarter birthday party, but not in Texas, in Nashville. But Drew, she doesn't want Drew to come. Drew's a pathological liar, which we already know. And she wants Drew out of sight and what? Out of mind. I live on those same cards when I think about people. Anyway, I'm going to make this part really brief. Drew meets up with Britt because at the time when she was at Angela's house, Britt texted her. I was like, "Can you meet up, girl? Have some drinks and stuff, girl. You know, have some drinks." If your nose job made you sound like that, Britt, you got to go to Hella the Bro's husband and get your nose redone because you sound like horrible, and it annoys me that you annoy me, and I don't like you. Had nothing to do with King. I just don't like you. Okay. And then they talk. They have lemon drops. And baby, let me tell you something. I love me a good lemon drop. I love a good lemon drop. Okay, I love to get a lemon drop. And I was watching this episode, which has been the first time ever, with my cousin who also watches my content and is into the housewives of it all, and my mama while we were eating our Easter dinner. And my mama brought up one fact. She said, "Did she ask that girl, did she sell cat?" And I wrote that down. My mama, I literally wrote this down. My mama said, "Did she sell that cat?" And Britt was like, "You know, I was this age, but no." Blah, blah, blah. That's what Kenya was talking about. Not defending Kenya again, but she's talking about, girl, get your lie together. Get your lie together. Moving right on, Drew and Ralph, they go to court. Apparently, it didn't work out in Drew's favor. Ralph still gets to stay in the basement. He didn't also show his financials. The docs of the divorce will become unsealed. Well, I was wondering, though, Drew, if Ralph has done all of these hideous things to you, wouldn't you, I mean, I understand the kid point of it all, but, like, there's a way you can block your kids from seeing certain things. I know they go to school or whatever, but, like, on their socials or settings, she was crying really hard about the documents of the divorce being unsealed, and Ralph was two-step all up into the grass, and she was cussing him out, and I was like, And did y'all notice, did y'all ever watch Hollywood Exes with Nicole Murphy, Maite Garcia, who used to be married to Prince, Andrea Kelly, who was married to R. Kelly? Did y'all notice her assistant with her? I was like, wait, what is Drew doing with? I forgot his name. What is she doing with him? He was at the courthouse with all in mediation, everything. Well, that's what happened with the Drew and Ralph of it all. I don't really care about them. Bravo. Listen, and we was talking about this while we was eating Easter dinner. Get rid of Britt and get rid of Drew if y'all want the show us to continue to watch the show. I will say the show was a little bit more lighthearted than the last couple of episodes, but I still don't like them, especially Britt Edie. She gonna run the show for y'all. So anyway, after that, they head to Nashville, and they have a nice Airbnb. I was like, I ain't never been to Nashville. You know, I'm a New York City type of girl. I love New York. I like to go out of the country. But I was like, Nashville, you know, they was giving it. Nice Airbnb. Angela was late, and Kelly says in her confessional, Angela was late, baby, because she probably realized, wait, I forgot my fan. That's why she missed her flight. And Portia was like, I didn't even know she wasn't on the same plane with us. Anyway, they get there, they get all the rooms assigned, and all the rooms look nice, and then you get to this dorm size type room. I was like, now Portia, that's my thing with Airbnbs. Resort me out. I don't really like Airbnbs because they always either have a abundance of bunk beds or a room full of a whole bunch of beds. But anyway, that was a setup. This is Portia's birthday trip. You know, Portia didn't want to plan a party because of the storm and goobody of all the situation. Apparently, they're both June Cancers, and they used to celebrate together, and you know, she didn't want to think about it. She didn't want to think about something about you, and she wanted to have fun with the girls, and she invites all the girls. Baby, Mangetta want a peach bed, like real bad. Wasn't she a friend of it at one point? Mangetta, girl, like I love Mangetta down, but I don't think you want this Mangetta, like, girl, be all in your business and stuff. Anyway, she invited some other girls too. And she said she planned this party. You see the Zoom. Drew was not invited. Angela gets there and said, well, I invited Drew. And I was like, Angela, if you knew like we knew, I don't know if you watched this show. I don't know if you know about Portia. She gets down. Portia now says she's changed. But I say I changed too. Because I'm a Scorpio and I get real hot sometimes. But baby, that Portia will cut you up. Like, I think Shamia said, stop poking the bear. Don't poke peach juice. Leave it. Let alone. Let alone, Angela. So, Angela arrives in the house. Instantly, Angela arrives in the house. Now, Britt knows that Angela's coming. But look at her face when she arrives in the house. Who do you think you are? You're not the girl that you think you are. Nobody likes you. Everybody cannot stand you on this show. Britt, Edie. It don't have nothing to do with Kenya. It's you. We don't like you. As a person that's watching the show, recapping the show on my channel, I don't like you. Why did you have to look at Angela like that? And I ain't even room for Angela like that. But like, why did you knew she was coming. You did that same energy is how we got here in the first place. Did we forget? Anyway, moving along. Like I said, Angela, she wants Drew to come. Britt calls her husband. He don't care. He said, okay. Angela calls her husband. He's like, what? Huh? Can't hear you. Shamia calls her husband. He wants her to know he had a great trip at Target. Like, he was like having a great time. And that's how you see the difference of the marriages in this whole setup. Britt husband, like even Andy asked him, do you like filming? Do you like filming? It don't seem like it. And Charles Oakley act like he don't give a good goddamn about none of this shit. Okay? He known in the NBA for having a bad attitude. That's why he kicked out of Madison Square Garden to this day. Anyway, moving right along. I love all of Portia's Cowboy Carter-esque outfits. Now that Cowboy Carter is coming up, I was like, ooh. Like, the first outfit she had on was like the black hat with the leather little thingies. I can't with it. But then that second one, the white, it'll probably be too hot. No, I ain't gonna probably. It's gonna be really hot by the time Beyonce get here with that. Can't wear that. Anyway, they go out. They ride the bulls. Everybody ride the bull, fall off. Shamia, baby, she can hang on to the bull. Hey, baby, she ain't got that rich ass husband for no reason, baby. She holding on to that bull. And then they all sit down and eat. And then they get to talking about Drew and Angela and Drew. And they pivot to the scene where, Drew told Angela, after all I've been through and with this case and Ralph, and I need to protect my peace. Baby, why she at crew with Dennis? This is what, at first I thought this was a storyline that Portia conjured up, or they conjured up because she ain't had the Simon Gubati of it all. That was shady as fuck. That was shady as hell. For her sister Allison to go to crew with Dennis. But she too sick and shut in. She on a sick and shut in list and can't come to Nashville. She gonna come later, but she can come right now because her peace and Ralph in the basement and all that stuff. Anyway. After that, they sit down and get to talking, and somebody asks, what's going on. Like, one of Portia's friends. I couldn't pivot. I couldn't see who was asking these questions. I rewinded a couple times. I couldn't tell who was asking all the questions. And then Angela was like, "But I thought this was supposed to be there." And then Portia yelled out, "What kind of glue you got tacked on to your wig?" I don't fool with her. And we see why. The girl is Angela. The girl is in Atlanta with the girl baby daddy. The girl filmed a whole, I understand the music and the business of it all, filmed a scene where after she said, don't do it. Like, do you not get that? Does not click? I see why Britt calls you slow. I'm not defending, I don't like you, Britt. Anyway, she said, what kind of glue is on your motherfucking head, on your motherfucking wig? And then somehow, somewhere, and I rewinded like 5 times, somebody said Drew gave Dennis head. I rewinded and rewinded and rewinded. It was one of Portia's friends that we don't know that's not really on the show, and she wasn't mic'd up because we couldn't really hear. We could hear it, but we couldn't hear it clearly. I was like, that? Who? I was like, Portia, who said that? Who said that? And then Portia lets us know. Dennis like, look at it. He like it. He like him some head. She said it keep his body count down. Not really his body count, but his head count up and body count down. Whatever. I want to grab some notes that my mama and my cousin was saying. Who all were saying we hate Brittany. My mama was like, did Drew ask that girl? Did she say that kid? And then also we was all like, Portia has been sick this entire like we're on season 7. Portia has been sick for a while. Like, girl, did you got a COVID? Like, did you need an IV drip that Kelly had brought to Britt house when she was like, do you need it? Also, Portia's hair in the confessionals this episode, I want my hair like that, baby. I went to go naked here to purchase some hair to see how much that hair costs, baby. That's some good hair. I want that number. Like, she was like the big curls with the side. I love her hair. And then we always like, why does Shamia, girl, we love you, Shamia. Why did you have on that Jeepers Creepers hat? You have a pixie cut. You didn't need a hat, Shamia. We love you. We love you down. We always gonna rep you, Shamia. We always gonna rep you. But why was you looking like Jeepers Creepers? Asking for a friend. And then my last little notes was oh yeah, what I already said. She said somebody yelled out, she sucked Dennis's D and Drew was a part of his body. Yo, I couldn't see who said that. But anyway, that's my recap. I'm glad I went under 30 minutes because I didn't want to go too long. Again, y'all, the episode was okay. I'm glad we're getting away from the darkness through these dark times, in the words of Beyonce. I'm always going to quote that part from Two Hands to Heaven. We need to get away from the darkness and the king of it all. I already did a video on her, you know, these are my confessions. And you could tell they're trying to get away from Kenya real quick because they're already doing Phaedra's package. And I'm like, Phaedra don't even come in till 2 weeks. Like, my filming about to end. We already doing her package? Yeah, Kenya girl. I was born by the river. Girl, it's over for you with the Bravo. And Auntie Cohen and them. And ain't no Watch What Happens Live tonight. Anyway, that's my recap, y'all. Episode 7, Nashville Hold'em. This is Texas. Baby, I'm Texas. We don't hold them. All the Portia outfits was giving Cowboy Carter influence, except the white stuff. Cause baby, this is Texas, and it is hot. But the one where she had the black with the little thing, that was cute. Like what looked like the crop tee on her little jewelry and stuff. That was cute. But with the fluffy fur and all that, girl, I haven't sweated my life away. Anyway, bye, y'all. Catch me on the next recap. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This is Ms. B. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. I need more subs, y'all. I need some more subs. They're coming up, but I need more. More. Not King and more, but me more. Bye, y'all. For real this time.